Good morning, everyone. I have not been on YouTube probably in a month or so, or maybe 3 weeks. I'm not sure. But anyway, I was coming to you guys this morning. Something came across my attention on how, well, first of all, let me say, welcome back to another one of my videos if you're watching. Sorry that I haven't been consistent, but I've been busy with a lot of things. But this class is about, well, this video, that's another thing. I've been doing a lot of classes. This video is about 15 foods to try to avoid when you have high blood pressure, okay? And a lot of times people feel that when they take a high blood pressure pill, they can eat what they want. They feel that that pill is God, and it is not. If you are taking any type of supplements or even high blood pressure medications, you still must watch what you eat, because why take the supplements and why take the pills if you're going to continue to eat the same foods and continue the same lifestyles that caused you to become sick anyway? Y'all follow what I'm saying? So, and everything is in moderation. So I just want to piggyback off of the classes that I have had, and I want to give you all, I wrote some things down from the class that's important for this video. So what I want to start off is saying that if you have high blood pressure, if you have it or if you don't have it, you should not ever go over 1,500 milligrams of sodium in a day. You should not be going over that, whether you have high blood pressure or you don't have high blood pressure. But if you have high blood pressure, please do not go over 1,500 calories a day. When I mean a day, within 24 hours, okay? And the way that you could figure out what your sodium intake is for the day, you want to multiply the milligrams by the servings. So let's just say if you have frozen chicken nuggets, I'm going to get to that. If you have frozen chicken nuggets and it says 4 per serving, 300 milligrams, okay? So that means you want to multiply, and most of us, we have 8. Some people have 12. So what you want to do, if you're going to have 8, you're going to say 300 times 2. So now you're at 600. You see what I'm saying? So now you're already just about half of what you should be eating in a day. And nobody eats 4 nuggets, okay? So the first one that I want to talk to you guys about, and most of us know this, canned goods. There is, in the average canned good, you probably would find anywhere from 750 milligrams of sodium to sometimes 1,500 milligrams of sodium. So 1 can of just about anything, you're already there. So canned goods are not good, and so it's a lot of sodium in canned goods, and it is because that is used as the preservative. That's your preservative in preserving the food, and God knows how long it's been on the shelf, okay, in the warehouses or wherever it is. So you got to be careful with the canned goods. I would say don't do them, but some people don't want to buy frozen vegetables and can't afford to buy fresh veggies. So I would suggest if you're using any type of vegetable in the can, you want to pour, if you have to, you want to get as much sodium off of that as you possibly can. So you want to pour the water, the salt water, because that's what it is. You want to pour the salt water off of the vegetables, And then you want to rinse them off 3 or 4 times, and then you want to soak the vegetables in just plain water for about 15 minutes. And then if you cook them, you cook them in plain water. So right there, you're going to be getting some of the sodium off, but definitely not all. Let's get into number 2 would be deli meats. Deli meats are a definite no-no because it has nitrates in it. And nitrose is in your deli meat. Okay, let's get that understood. And it is 600 milligrams in 1 serving of deli meat. The average sandwich is over 300 milligrams of sodium because you're going to put your pickles on there, you're going to put your meat on there, and 600 milligrams in 1 serving of meat could mean possibly 1 slice or 2 slices. So if you have 2 slices of deli meat, whether it's packaged or either cut from the deli, it doesn't make a difference. You're probably at 1,200 milligrams already of sodium just in the 2 slices of deli meat. So when you start adding your bread, which has sodium, your pickles, which has so much sodium, your mustard, your mayo, you are probably at over 3,000 milligrams in that 1 sandwich. Okay, so don't believe the hype that deli meat is for the best, because it's not packaged. It doesn't matter. Meat itself and deli meats itself, whether it's packaged or cut from the deli, is full of sodium. So you must be careful. Pickles. Everybody loves, not everybody, but most people love pickles. That is the mother lode of sodium. That is the mother lode of sodium. That is the motherland of sodium. That is the loaded of every vegetable of sodium, okay? The average pickle that you see at the gas station, that a lot of us like so much, the sour, the dill, all of that, in those little packages, and it comes in the water, and you get them at the gas station, it is 1,500 milligrams of sodium just about in that 1 little pickle. And we're talking about just the average medium-sized pickle, okay? 1,500 milligrams. So a lot of us think, well, if I rinse it off, it doesn't matter. It has been preserved for a long time in that plastic, all right? So you're really not going to get rid of that. And pickles itself, even if you grow them yourself, you have to be careful, okay? Alcohol. In excess, alcohol increases your blood pressure, and it also damages the walls of your blood vessels. So we must be careful with alcoholic beverages. I say this all the time, and for some reason, the average person who's on high blood pressure medication, they think that that's a miracle pill, and they still feel that they can still go out with their girlfriends and go out with their friends and go out with their husbands or whatever, and one drink is not going to help me. But what happens with the alcoholic beverages is that it is full of sugar also, and it puts weight on the body. So when weight is put on the body, that is damaging also to the walls of your blood vessels. Okay, because if you're obese, or if you have obesity, if you're overweight, and you have high blood pressure, that is just, you're causing more damage. So we have to learn to stay away from things with a lot of sugar. And also, not only alcohol has a lot of sugar, it's just full of sodium as well. All right, sodium and sugar. Condiments. We're going to get into condiments. A lot of us, we love mustard, ketchup, mayo, hot sauce. We love it. We can't get enough of it, right? Let me just talk to you a little bit about condiments. Let's get on mustard. Mustard. 1 teaspoon of mustard is 55 milligrams of sodium. Now we know we are not taking a spoon, and I'm going to measure it out. 1 teaspoon. No, we're doing like this. Okay, so the average person probably has about 5 teaspoons of mustard on a burger or a sandwich. Ketchup. 1 tablespoon of ketchup is 196 milligrams or more of sodium. Mayo, 95 milligrams, plus 11 grams of fat and saturated fat. And that equals overweight, and that equals high blood pressure. So see, a lot of things don't have to have a lot of sodium in it, but if you're using it on a regular basis, or regular basis mean a few times a week, it can lead to obesity. It can lead to overweight, and that leads to high blood pressure. As a lot of us know, if you're obese and you're overweight, or you're just overweight, it can lead to high blood pressure. So we have to learn to stay away from a lot of condiments, because it's too much saturated fat in there, and that does not help our body stay where it should be and not be overweight. Okay, hot sauce. Hot sauce is just a definite no-no. Hot sauce had 1 teaspoon of hot sauce is 197 milligrams of sodium. 1 teaspoon. So when you have your fried fish, and we're going to get into fried food. So when you have your fried fish and you take that hot sauce and you're dabbing it on there, you probably got about 10 teaspoons of hot sauce. Do you know what that means? Along with the fried food, it's not good. Okay, we have to be careful. Red meat, the marbleized meats like the ribeyes. 1 ribeye is 1,200 milligrams of sodium, 80 grams of fat and saturated fat equals obesity. Once again, we have to learn how to keep our weights down, our weight down, to try to avoid high blood pressure. Noodles in those cups. What a lot of us tend to love because it tastes so good. The little seasoning package, they taste so good, and it's quick, okay? It's high in fat, and those little packages, just the packages, are 1,500 milligrams of sodium or more. Just the packages that you sprinkle on there, okay? So we must be careful once again. Processed foods. 3 slices of bacon is 300 milligrams per slice. Yeah, per slice, all right? Hot dogs. Hot dogs is 790 milligrams per hot dog. Okay? Some of us I know a person that eats 4 at a time. Sorry, I got my septum piercing and my nose is itching. So I know a person who has 4 hot dogs. So that means this person is eating he is real close to having a massive heart attack soon. And that's just being honest, okay? Even if it was 700 milligrams per hot dog, okay? That is quite a bit right there. And then let's not talk about when you put on your mustard. When you do like this with the mustard thing, you squeeze it on. So if you're having 3 hot dogs, you're already at well over 2,100 milligrams of sodium just with the plain hot dogs and the bread. Now you're at probably another 1,000. Okay, so with 3 hot dogs, with your condiments and your bread, you could be right at 4,000 milligrams of sodium right there. Even, I don't care if it's a diet hot dog or a vegan hot dog, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's still processed, and it's processed. Okay, vegan, vegetarian, regular, is processed. All right. Let's also, now since I mentioned that, let's get into the plant-based processed foods. The prepackaged frozen plant-based vegan foods. We must be oh so careful. A lot of us, when we're transitioning into veganism, we feel that all of those packaged goods are oh so good. We're doing so good. No, you're not. You're still where you were before. It's just that you are not eating meat, but you're eating plant-based foods, but it's prepackaged. So you're still not doing anything great. All right, it's a prepackaged food. Let's talk about some of the nuggets out here, the plant-based nuggets. 4 nuggets is 1 serving. Again, that's 300 milligrams. So if you're gonna eat 8 nuggets, you're at 600 milligrams. If you're gonna put some ketchup on it or barbecue sauce, 8 nuggets with your condiment can be easily a 1,200 milligram worth of sodium for you just in that plate. And you're going to eat other things in that day. And then you figure if you're on plant-based meals and you're taking your blood pressure medication, you're all good. No, you're doing more damage to yourself. We must learn how to eat to live. We must pay attention. And a lot of times this can become frustrating, or it could become too much. I don't want to be doing all of that. I'm just going to take my pill. And this is why some of us have to be on high blood pressure medications forever, because we don't know how to eat to live. We don't know how. Fast foods. I'm going to skim through this really fast because I have another class coming up. But fast foods. 1 cheeseburger is 940 milligrams of sodium. Your small fry. The small fry, 480 milligrams of sodium. And I'm talking about just the burger. I'm not talking about all the whoopies and whoopas they put on there, all the condiments. We're not even talking about that. So you can have a cheeseburger and a fry from your favorite fast food place, and you could easily be eating over 300 milligrams of sodium just in that meal. But a lot of us think, well, it's a chicken sandwich. It's white meat. It's just lettuce and tomato on there, and I got my bread and got my fries. It still can be 300 milligrams of sodium. Microwave meals. The average microwave meal, those little fast microwave things, look like a TV dinner used to be back in the day, that is 1,190 milligrams of sodium. I'm talking about the average ones. Most of them, some of them are more, okay? Snacks, your chips, your Doritos, your hot Doritos, your even your vegan chips, it's full of sodium, all right? High sugar foods, your donuts, your candies, your M&Ms, your milk chocolate this and your milk chocolate that. Those are all, it's 40% of fat and 50% carbs, which leads to obesity. All right, which leads to obesity because you're putting all those calories, and the calories are mainly 40% saturated fat and 40% carbs. 50% carbs. So you're adding and feeding the high blood pressure to become higher. Okay. Let's see, what else do I have? Chicken noodle soup in the can. The average can of chicken noodle soup is 1,800 milligrams of sodium or more. All right. Fried foods. Any type of fried foods, especially if you're frying with not a high heat oil, okay? It's loaded with trans fats and saturated fats. Example, one chicken wing, even the smallest chicken wing, is 680 milligrams of sodium. Chicken breast. Most of us say, well, I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to be better. So I'm just going to eat the the chicken breast without the skin on it. That right there, that one chicken breast without the skin is 1,230 milligrams of sodium. That's what it is. 1,230 230 milligrams of sodium. And your frozen, just frozen, the frozen diet meals, be careful, be oh so careful with your frozen diet meals, because the average frozen diet meals is right up to the almost 200,000 milligrams of sodium. So we have to be careful. We have to learn how to eat. We have to learn how to eat to live, and learn how to eat to heal, and learn that food is medicine, but not all food. Okay? So that was your 15 foods to avoid with high blood pressure. And that is the end of our class. If you like this video, once again, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Peace and blessings.